Good morning from Northumberland, and I think that's like a sandpiper maybe, or an oyster catcher. I'm not entirely sure. But the sun seems to come out, which is good because it's been about 7 degrees on a good day, and more like 2 on a not so good day. We are up in a place called Amble in Northumberland, which is land of abandoned castles and old ironworks. That over there, I don't know if you can make it out. It's still quite early, the sun's still coming up. It's we've been out since about 7 o'clock. It's been on for about 8 o'clock now, doing our dog walking thing. That's a holy island. Not the holy island, there is one up here called Holy Island. That's another holy island. That's an abandoned monastery. On that island apparently is 95% of the UK's population of some sort of tern or something. The just tells you that they've probably not got rats there, I'm assuming. But yeah, nice part of the world. We're going to be traipsing around lots of beaches over the next few days. We're basically up here because of him, our favourite child. It's an opportunity to find lots of places that don't have lots of other dogs, that we can let him off and let him run around a bit, because he's got the recall of a stick. So yeah, stay tuned, more to come. If I can zoom in on that, it really is tiny. I'm not surprised it's abandoned because it's calmed down. We got here yesterday and the waves were like something from bloody Hawaii or something like that. It really was quite something. But you can see that island, it's maybe 300 metres across, but it's also about a kilometre out across the roughest looking bloody sea. So yeah, so far though, so good. So round 2, just moved around the coast and towards Amble itself. It's got this, it's all one thing. It's that wooden pier over there and this concrete breakwater. It's all linked up. I'm not absolutely sure what the purpose of this is, because the boat's all going over there, but I'm very grateful for it because it makes quite a nice dog walk. Thanks very much for the email, you're waxing lyrical, very impressive. And I saw the news about all the fish popping their clogs. I wondered if that was near you actually. They didn't seem to know what had caused it though, at least not in the news I'd seen it, but it looked pretty grim. We've got, on this coast actually, not too far away from here, maybe 50 miles south, there's a place called Saltburn that we like very much. It's a Victorian seaside town stroke, used to be Victorian ironworks, run by a bloke called Titus Salt, who was really not a very nice man. Really did build a very nice Victorian town. It's got cliff lifts and an old Victorian pier, and it's all been renovated, and it's a lovely place. But next to it was the steelworks of Redcar and places like that, because a lot of the stuff, the coal and the ore were found on that coast. And our wonderful government, who've embarked on a ideological dream of turning us into the next Singapore, which I think means international piracy. We're just trying to undercut every fucker else. It's really not going to work. But anyway, got this great idea called free ports, where they're going to introduce throughout the country these tax-free trade zones for importing stuff. It's all a scam. But to achieve one of these free ports that they want to open near Saltburn, they have been dredging channels around where the old ironworks used to be. Where am I going with this? Well, all your fish died. If you Google Saltburn and the like, what you'll see are beaches full of dead lobsters, crabs, starfish. There's all the toxins that they dragged out from these riverbeds close to these ironworks. We're full of nasty heavy metals and toxins and things, and they've gone and dumped them out in the sea a couple of miles out and killed everything. But our government and the person responsible for our environment, who's a very unpleasant lady by the name of Therese Coffey, not that that matters, they said it's an unknown pathogen causing them. They've all caught colds. They've all caught colds. So I was just wondering if it was something similar. Cute little lighthouse, isn't it? At the end of that pier. Look at that breakwater.
I always wonder if it was something similar. Morning, by the way. Not had a shower, I've done the hair, glasses, all that sort of stuff, so looking pretty grim, but this is alright, isn't it? First time here, first time north of Newcastle actually in my life. We're not too far, I suppose, from Scotland now. We're up here. Next county on is England's largest county, Scotland. They love it when you say that. I know you can see over there in the distance, that I reckon, I think that's a castle. I don't know which castle. I'll find out. I'll let you know. But what I can see over there is a pretty spectacular looking beach on the next bay that we'll be doing in a bit. Proper old school harbour this. There's some nice buildings down there. There's a couple of nice looking fish restaurants and things like that down there. Fish restaurants, they always look great. I hate fish. I do not like eating fish at all. And I know you get tropical waters where you are. Clear blue seas and all of that malarkey. We get seas that look like Coke. Coke floats maybe at a push. Okay, I'm going to pause there. More later. So this is day 2 and it was definitely a castle. That's that. This is Walkworth Castle. It's ruined. We're going to take a trip to Bamburgh, which looks amazing, but it's in a really pretty little village. Showing the road's quite so busy. How fabulous is this? The sun's out again. I actually got a little bit of sunburn yesterday because I've not seen anything even resembling sunlight for about 4 months. But it's only about 6 degrees. It's bloody freezing. Yeah, I'm gonna wander around. So over there is where we were walking yesterday. Definitely a trip for later, because that pub over there, this is the Castle Brewhouse. To me says decent beer, so one for exploring later. Check this bad boy out. Daffodils, the only flower that grows in abundance this time of year. Excitable hound. Less excitable boy up there. Just been down there, can't tell you how disappointing that was. No ale, no butter, no pantry. And it's a bit on the wreck side. But it's not as shonky as Ashby Castle was. Currently I'm in one of Britain's oldest medieval towers. Yeah. This is the first floor, these are the big stairs here. It's not that great. What we got? Trying to work out how to get up because we're only on like the first floor of one of the towers. That's where we were walking earlier. A lot of fireplaces. Not surprised. Don't see any windows in the damn place, and it is not warm. A hell of a view. Really quite something. So that's the outside of the great tower. You can't see the top of it from here. Hang on, try and wander up here. You're just poking out above it. Closed off. A bit disappointed. Oh, speaking of disappointing.
Oh, that was nice.
Give us a wave, mate. Oh, handsome fella. An angry border collie. So yeah, not quite as ruined as Ashby. Yeah. Less frogs. Less frogs. Do you remember the tunnel under Ashby Castle? Do you remember the tunnel under Ashby Castle? Yeah, I made Ros go down once. Yeah, she wouldn't go. It was full of frogs. She wasn't happy. Abandoned the ruins and gone for something a bit prettier. This is a walk with. Never been here before. But I tell you what, how nice is this? What's not nice is the amount of traffic. I guess it's a main road. But these places are beautiful. Everything's sandstone. A lot of Georgian action going on, I think. It's ticking all the boxes. We've got Oldie Worldy pub, just there. Restaurants. Pretty houses. How fab is this? Love it. And we've got a church down there, going to head down that way. This is fabulous Walkworth Beach. You've got 100-mile-an-hour winds from somewhere. And right, it's pretty fun. Wow. Oh, have you lost your ball? Go on, mate. Welcome to Alnwick, which is not spelt how it's pronounced. It's spelled A-L-N-Wick. In Northumberland, it's a market town. It's properly old. Proper city walls and all that sort of stuff. So far looks very nice. Absolutely no idea who that fella is. There's walls all the way around the town. A bit like York. More castles. This one is Alnwick Castle. I think this one's a proper castle. I don't think it's a ruin. I think it's actually all there.
Somebody lives here.
Oh right, there you go. My tour guide is just telling me somebody lives here.
Hold on, let me Google it. Alnwick Castle. Who lives there? The Percy family.
Lovely street. Oh, oh really?
The Percy family still live in the castle today. second largest inhabited castle in England, to Windsor.
So, if you caught that, this is the second largest inhabited castle in England, second only to Windsor, which belongs to the King now. It was the Queen's house.
They've lost the state actually.
What this does, or Windsor does?
Windsor does.
Windsor belongs to the Queen, doesn't it? King.
Did we not pay for the King?
Yeah.
It's not owned by
What are you, some
rich.
sort of socialist?
Yes, I am a socialist. What you like? We own them.
Something this. You know what? If we were going to do one, I think this was the one we should have done.
No, I can't believe that.
No, that is true. That is true. Wow.
You've got people up there not
I
Somebody
suspect.
up there with the grapes out. No.
Got the grapes out.
Well, they've got furry pants on them.
Furry pants. Oh, I'm zooming in very badly. It's quite a long way up. It's a look. Oh yeah, I'm making myself drunk here. Let's walk around the other side. Some of the castle walls, and you think there's a bit of it there. But then you zoom in, and it just keeps going. It's enormous. And going, and going, and going. I wonder what the gas bill's like. We've got high tide. Those are the lobster boats we're in. That's where we're going to go for dinner, which is good if you don't like fish. What you got? What you got?